So how did you manage to get almost 30 clients in less than 6 months? You have an abundance mindset, and I can feel it as a coach, and I give you that genuine compliment as well, because you joined the bootcamp, you realized that, oh, I need help, and you invested in that help already.
I realized that and I see the results. Thank you so much for shifting my mind.
You should thank yourself for being so brave and doing it so fast.
Working with you, Sophia, has helped me so much in upselling and getting clients and really understanding how to build a relationship.
Hello, I'm very excited because today I'm here with Elina Tongieva, and we're going to talk about my favorite topic, business and growth. I'm very, very excited to talk with you, Elina, because you are a coach who is incredible, so passionate, so stylish, with so much heart. And we started working together beginning of the year during your first steps as a coach. And Elina had tremendous growth from under 5 clients. She managed within few months to go to 25 clients and transform her business, her ways of working. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic to Elina. Can you tell us a little bit more about who you are?
Sure. Thank you, Sophia. So my name is Elina. I'm 29 years old and originally I'm from Russia. So I have an education in bioengineering because my passion was to save the world from cancer and HIV. But it shifted a bit and kind of transformed my scientific passion into the coaching. And I moved to Switzerland 6 years ago for the marriage, but unfortunately for me, it didn't work. And that was the point in my life where I have realized that I used to live my life by the template. And once I was alone at my flat, asking myself, what would I really like to bring to this world? I realized that coaching was something what inspired me and helped me to find the way through life as well. So I've started my education last June, and I've been coaching ever like after like first session already, and in 1 year I've gathered like 100 plus hours of coaching, which I was really surprised how did I manage to do that together with job in parallel. And I was so passionate about it, and I found the mission in it because I would like to inspire other women to live their life not by the template we're supposed to live, but actually going from their heart, from their real true desires. And I've made a decision to start the coaching business, which I officially opened 1st of April 2025. And working with you, Sophia, has helped me so much in upselling and getting clients and really understanding how to build a relationship with people because I've not been working with people before, and it was a huge shift for me. So I didn't have at the beginning this confidence, and I thought that I'm not enough and my product is not having enough of value. But you really inspired me to go there and to just show myself to the world.
So your story is pretty incredible. You're from Russia originally. You moved to Switzerland, bioengineering background, science, and then coaching came into your life. So what was that push that told you this is the path for me?
So the push for me was that I have started seeing the results of my clients and their inspired eyes after the sessions, and as well, like I'm following them on Instagram. I'm in some kind of relationship with them, like friendship, and I'm so happy to see that they're progressing forward and that they're actually starting acting towards their dreams. And this actually warms my heart, and I would love to see more people around me happier, like with a less complaint mindset, this feeling that everything is possible if you just start making the first steps towards it.
That is so true. And can you tell us a little bit more about your business?
Sure. So I've started it, and firstly, I had no products. Like my only product was one-to-one session, which by the time we have started was 50 Swiss francs. And this didn't generate me a lot of income for sure, and it was leading me to burnout burnout because I was working too much. I was posting too much of content and just droning all of the energy into this. When I reflected back, since 4 months, I've made like 5,000 Swiss francs, and I have now really well-established products, which I'm continuing to launch, and they're working really well. So now it's not anymore just one-to-one sessions. There is as well like money marathons, love marathons, so-called like coaching groups to help people really to focus in a short amount of time.
So, what I hear you say is that in the beginning, you were selling your time for a very, very low price, and then you realize that, okay, I'm just getting burned down because posting content, keep posting things, that's not what coaching is about. And then you
Exactly.
decided that there are other ways that suit you in working, and you created the so called money marathons. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
Yes, sure. So money marathons are basically the coaching group, which is up to 15 people. And we're starting with the several exercises, not only for the our conscious level, but as well unconscious level. So people are entering into this with a different rates. So with a light rate, they can just participate in the chat and some webinars. With a medium, they can have one session, and with a VIP, they can have three sessions throughout these 3 weeks. So when they're entering, for example, they're setting a clear intention that they would like to earn from their business to make a revenue of around, let's say, 30,000 Swiss francs or dollars. And they're writing themselves the actions which they're committing to. And as a coach, I'm supporting them throughout this journey and keeping them like disciplined. And if they seeing like if the action is really working or not, what they can change, because for a lot of people it's complicated to look at the point A where they are, because we think, okay, we have opened our businesses, now we're businessman, businesswoman, and it's starting bringing us money. But when, for example, such a simple question, okay, how much do you earn or how much do you generate? Like people say, yeah, sometimes it's like this, and this month it's better than this. No, but the question is like, okay, how much are you actually making? And that's the point where you need to go into your, like in the truth with yourself. So basically, those marathons are also helping you to realize where you are and where you want to be. This I have been doing for a Russian speaking audience, and I am willing to do in autumn some English speaking groups as well. And one of these marathons, it's the Love Marathon, which is a completely new project for me, and I am starting actually from this Friday. So my target group is ladies, women around 18 to 25, and I would like to also share the experience with them and to finally answer the question why we want so much to get married so desperately, and kind of to shift it a bit towards self-love.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. And I love what you said that it helps people realize about that point A. So, can you tell us a little bit more about what was your point A as a coach when you reached out to me beginning of this
Mhm.
year? Where were you?
Yeah, I was at the point where I was making in total $450. And yeah, I didn't know what to do next. I didn't know which products I would have. I couldn't like really establish the channel of communication with my future or potential lead. And there where you helped me a lot in our one-to-one sessions to actually structure what it is about. And as I was mentioning in boot camps which you're running for the business owners, it's really supported me a lot with the strategy and that some operational work. This is not what's supposed to be done by me, and it helped me to invest into hiring an assistant. So it really shifted my mindset that no, this is not that I'm losing money, I'm actually investing them, and the result is 5,000 or dollars in 4 months.
Yeah, that is wonderful. And one of the reasons I love working with you is you have an abundance mindset, and I can feel it as a coach. And I give you that genuine compliment as well because you joined the boot camp, you realized that, oh, I need help, and you invested in that help already. I know hundreds of coaches that they're running their business for years, and they do not
Hmm.
invest in proper help, and they do not even invest in a program for themselves. So what would you say to these people, to our colleagues who are coaches and they want to grow, they want to help others grow, but they're afraid to invest?
I totally understand them, and I was at the same point in my life. And I think it's, as a human beings, it's so complicated for us to accept that another person can see the different perspective, because we always think, okay, no, I know this better, I know what to do. It's so easy. Okay, I can Google it, I can ask ChatGPT, but it's not like it's not the real human who are having similar emotions, who had the similar experience and could really guide you on this path. So I changed this mindset a lot, and there where I said, okay, I want to risk it, I want to see. And the thing is that the results are so measurable that I see that it was actually a win. So totally, I will do this again. And I think I will stay with the coaches throughout my life as a psychologist or some like really specialist, because yeah, it's nice to go through this life alone, but together you can go faster.
Exactly. You can really go faster and get that expertise. And it's, as you mentioned, that mindset shift that happens whether you join a program, a boot camp, a cohort, a marathon. You have a person, another like minded people next to you,
Hmm.
and you see the growth. So, one of the things that impressed me with your journey is that you are a brand new coach. You
Hmm.
have the experience, right? But in the field of coaching and in the coaching business, you are just starting, and you managed to get more than 20 clients in very short amount of time. Mind that many coaches for years, they launch
Hmm.
their business, they treat it as a hobby, and they never pass even within 1, 2, 3 years, 10 clients. So how did you manage to get almost 30 clients in less than 6 months?
Yeah, maybe this has to do something as well with my personality, because if I do something, I do it with a lot of passion. And I think this was the key. I lived it through and I just started talking with people. Previously, I was there, like putting my content on the Instagram, and I thought that people would just react to the video or like comment something. But we have so much of this information. People are so overwhelmed, but this human connection, this is what is missing. So I just started talking to people and actually asking them, okay, what are you feeling? What is your mood currently? Where are you heading? And then not necessarily starting to sell all the time, but people are getting interested, they're getting inspired by your way as well. And this is how I got my clients. So I'm really happy that already the referrals are starting to work, and people are coming who I never met before and knew. And this is a great challenge for myself, but I'm learning so much on this journey. And I feel that the confidence every time it's just rises. And yeah, I receive even more joy.
Beautiful. And you mentioned that you have a full-time job in
Yeah.
Switzerland. So how is it possible for a coach? Because I know for a fact that there are so many coaches out there, or potential coaches, trainees, that they are currently having a full-time job. How do you juggle all these balls?
It's always about the discipline. So I'm this kind of person who loves to plan and being spontaneous. This is the thing I'm actually learning how to do. But with this, I just figured for myself some hours where I work in the morning. I'm the most productive. So before the start, like I start at 8 a.m. My main job, and for the coaching, I start like around 7 already to put the plan in place, like. And also what I've done and worked so well with me, which I was resisting for a while, it was self-coaching. Because as a self-coaching, you can actually do similar exercises you're doing with your clients, but actually ask yourself, okay, in this half a year, what is my plan? And really write like week by week where you want to be. And this is what is helping me. And as well, I reserved some days, some evenings where I work, and I don't take like anything on the weekends, because without a proper rest, there is no way you can make it like on a long run.
Exactly. And right now, in your business journey, where are you exactly?
That's a really good question. I believe that I am still in the beginning. But if I could measure this in percentage, I think this is a solid like 40% of the potential of where it could go. Like, because I had so much, like many more ideas on how it can scale, but coaching business is not the easiest one for scaling actually. But what I love is really to get the inspiration, like get all your creativity and to see it not as a like to do or a must, but it's just, I don't want to say fun, but this is your way to live life and you can make it as creative as you want. So this is how I see it.
Thank you for sharing. And what makes you think that the coaching business is not an easy one to scale?
Because first, when I was just doing one-to-one clients, I realized that, okay, this can make me a fixed price of money, but this is not something what is coming passively. So this requires my full attention, my full presence in the meetings. But I also see that there are different ways of that. For example, as this group coaching. And the other thing is like you can do some other products like yeah, there are many ways, but I just need to find and as well do a self-coaching what will work for me and what will suit me because yeah, there can be many ways.
And what are some other challenges that you faced in the beginning of your journey?
The most challenge for me was that people were confusing coaching with therapy. And when I reached out to people, they were all the time, yeah, but I'm working already with a therapist on that, and I don't think I need a coach. And I talked about it so much in my blog, what is the difference? And but I think for people, it's still unclear what it is about because there are different coaches as well, and somebody could just become a coach without going into any like educational program or yeah, which is also fine. Like if it helps people, if it supports their needs, it is fine. But I think there was kind of mistrust in this. This is what I'm facing a lot.
And how do you tackle it?
I'm explaining based on my experience, and I'm as well inviting those people for a session. But I'm not doing free sessions anymore because then the person, when they do not consent, like this is as well like an energy exchange. So when they see then the difference in that, then they spread the word or become clients. So ideally would be to, yeah, I'm not sure, like posting maybe a video of coaching, how the process goes, but yeah, as this process is really confidential. Yeah, it needs to be, yeah, maybe I can think of something like this. It's a good idea. Just popped up in my head.
I love that.
Yeah.
Love that. So, when you're looking back, beginning of the
Mhm.
year, the previous months, what was the biggest shift that happened in your mind since we started working together? What shifted?
I understood my value. I think this was the main mind shift for me because I realized that with all this experience, with all this education, hours invested into this, and as well, I would say natural feeling of people and being very empathetic. I realized that and I see the results of this. So I'm not afraid to say the prices for the sessions, how much it is, and where I want to be. And thank you so much for shifting my mind. Yeah.
You should thank yourself for being so brave and doing it so fast because honestly this is something that you will carry with you for decades, so you should be communicating your value always, and I bet there is even way more value. This is, as you said, it's the beginning, is the first steps, and you're not even 40% into that
Mm-mm.
speed, capacity, power, and
Yeah.
strength. And
Yes.
while working together, what was your favorite part?
While we were working together, my favorite part was one-to-one coaching sessions with you because you have a really strong energy which just inspires to immediately after the session go and write everything down, put the plan into place, and just act. This is what I appreciated the most.
And I appreciated the most that you went straight away and implemented. I remember we were having a session, and it was Women's Day, close to Women's Day, and
Yes.
we were talking about how can you attract more leads in your business, in your profile. And I remember I suggested, like, how about you try, or how about you post something and you offer that supportive call to
Mm,
women as a gift for Women's Day. And straight after the session, you already did the post, and you messaged me. I don't remember by heart, but something like six women showed up and booked a call with you.
yes, this was amazing, and I was really happy about it, and so many more happier women around for this day. Thank you so much for this advice. I actually that helped me to open my eyes onto the Russian speaking community because before I have been focusing on English speaking, but after this story, actually, I started seeing that market as well.
And this is really, really powerful, because sometimes we forget that when you're putting a focus, which can be language, domain of work, energy, hobbies, whatever that person does, you can actually get more clients compared to being like broad and opening it
Yeah,
up.
yes.
So right now you're serving the Russian speaking community, but you're also planning to launch some English speaking groups. What are some other projects that you have in your mind in doing the upcoming period?
This year, I will be focusing more on building community of women who would just like to exchange their experience or would like to feel the support. This would be the main focus and offline events. This is as well what I'm doing. So I've done my first, no, actually several events already. One was in Dubai, was a offline group coaching, was amazing to see all the women gathering, and those women already have family, they have children, and they were so happy to spend some time just reconnecting with themselves. And after that, we had like 1 hour official presentation from me, and then we just connected and talked. That brought so much value and happiness to their life. And after that, I did something similar in Switzerland. So in September, I'm planning two more events like this. And this year, I would focus more on offline events and expanding the community. And one of the focus, as I'm working with a lot of women, I would love to work with also men who are young, like 18 to 27, and to try to teach them emotional intelligence. I'm not sure yet how, but I see the common trends because now women became really independent and they're making a lot of money. And I'm feeling that men are not needed that much as they used to be. And that's why what I'm observing, the relationship patterns, the communication between genders is just, I don't think it has been ever that bad. Yeah, and like not understanding the role. So I would love to invest as well into building this community. And I have already some partners for that, but not yet a clear plan. But it will come.
Exciting. That is exciting, and I love how you want to help. It's like, okay, I'm helping women. I would love to help also men, and that topic of connecting seems important to you, which is very beautiful. Allow me to go a bit more into the operational, behind the scenes stuff
Mm-hmm.
of coaching business, because I feel this is very, very relevant and can help a lot of other new coaches in their path. So you mentioned that you had invested in someone that is in your team as support, like administrative support. And I remember when we started working together, you had someone helping you with your social media. Can you
Mm-hmm.
give a little bit more of the behind the scenes for a coach who is just starting, who is getting their certification or education, or
Mm-hmm.
to they want to coach people? What else is there? What's happening behind the scenes?
Yes, so there was I decided to start my blog. I've always wanted, there was desire as well before coaching to do that, but you really need to realize and to ask yourself if you just want to be popular or you really want to bring value. There's different things and there are different reasons for hiring, like SMM and also strategies. And my first experience with SMM, it was agency was not that good because they were just focusing on attracting more followers, but attracting more followers doesn't mean that you would have like clients or potential leads from that. And I saw as well that once you're starting your business account, um, this was also very helpful for advice from you, Sophia, that at first I created the separate page, and then people were confused which page to follow. And then I realized that I would need to combine it at one because people are actually coming to me as a coach because of me. And then I started it on my main, like, private page. And I also saw, like, yeah, hundreds of people unfollowed me, but hundreds followers came. So this is a balance, and this is normal. Like, people come and people go. And yeah, for SMM, like, I decided to stop working with them after I saw that the content was not really serving the purpose of what I wanted to tell to people, and they were just focusing on that. All the operations I was doing myself till May. So in May, I have found a person who is supporting me in all of the operational things, like sending a Zoom invite, sending, preparing the contracts, that everything is sorted in each folder, because it's important where you're running your business in terms of the legal and taxation obligations. And in Switzerland, this is so highly regulated that you really need to have stored every contract. And I was on the bank because they saw that the amount of transfers increased, and I had to explain every transaction to them. And this is not a joke. So business is also fun, but we have to remember about this side of it. And so I'm doing, like, so this assistant, she supports me in that. And as well, she supports me now with the content creation for Instagram, because she has a really good eye and she understands me so well. So I really feel that it's important to find a person who will have similar values to yours and who would love this thing, not the same as you, but also which will speak to their souls. So I'm very grateful for this assistant. And yeah, we just signed the contract for 1 year. And I'm also, as I'm a team lead at the main job, I'm already thinking, okay, how could I give her some other growth opportunity that she is motivated to do her job, and what can be there. So yeah, that's how
That
it
is
is now.
fantastic. That is fantastic for me to see also as a coach, as someone that worked with you, that you're really stepping into your businesswoman era, your entrepreneur era, like that CEO energy, not just like, oh, I'm gonna coach a couple of people. You're building a team, you're building a global brand, you're building a global presence. And as you mentioned, when we did that shift with your social media, that people need to funnel and come to you because they want to work with Alina. They don't need to get confused with 100 like pages, because at the end of the day, people choose you for all the value that you have to give.
Yeah.
As a closing message to someone that is thinking of that path of the coach, or feels stuck in not making it work, what would you tell them?
I would say that it feels so unclear when you don't understand what is your mission and what is your vision. So just not everyone would like to have similar things. So just sit for a while with yourself, align with what is actually your passion, what you want to do. And if you made a decision, just stick to it and don't let any, like, turned off client or like a lot of unfollowers discourage you, because this is actually the next step on of the ladder of success. So it's not always like this.
Thank you very much, Elina. Very excited to follow through your journey because, as you said, this is the beginning. And thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you.